Once upon a time, in a small cottage at the edge of a deep, dark forest, there lived a poor woodcutter with his two children, Hansel and Gretel, and their stepmother. The family was very poor, and there was often not enough food to eat.
We don't have enough food for all of us. We must find a way to survive.
I don't know what to do.
Late one night, the stepmother whispered a plan to the woodcutter.
We must take the children into the forest and leave them there. We can't feed them anymore.
No. How can I abandon my own children?
If we don't, we will all starve.
The woodcutter was very sad, but he agreed. Hansel and Gretel, however, overheard the plan.
Don't worry, sister. I have an idea.
The next day, the woodcutter took Hansel and Gretel deep into the forest. As they walked, Hansel dropped small white pebbles on the ground.
What are you doing, Hansel?
I'm leaving a trail of pebbles, so we can find our way back home.
When they reached the middle of the forest, the woodcutter told them to wait while he gathered wood. But he never returned.
It's getting dark. What will we do?
Don't be afraid, Gretel. We'll follow the pebble trail back home.
And so, as the moonlight shone, they followed the shining pebbles all the way back to their cottage. Their stepmother was furious when she saw them return, but she pretended to be happy.
Oh, you're back. How wonderful.
But soon, there was no more food left, and the stepmother decided to try again. This time, she locked the door, so Hansel couldn't gather pebbles.
Tomorrow, we'll go deeper into the forest. Get some rest.
The next day, as they walked, Hansel crumbled a piece of bread in his pocket, dropping crumbs on the ground.
Hansel, will this work?
Yes, we'll follow the crumbs back home.
But when they tried to follow the crumbs, they were gone. The birds had eaten them all.
Hansel, what do we do now?
We'll have to find another way out.
They wandered through the forest for days, tired and hungry, until they came upon a strange little house. The house was made entirely of gingerbread, with windows of clear sugar and a roof of chocolate.
Hansel, look. A house made of sweets.
We can eat and rest here.
They began nibbling on the house, when suddenly, the door creaked open, and out came a little old woman.
Oh, dear children, come inside. You must be hungry.
But the old woman was really a wicked witch who wanted to eat the children. Inside, the witch gave them lots of food and a warm bed. But the next morning, she grabbed Hansel and locked him in a cage.
Let him go.
I'll fatten him up, and then I'll eat him. And you, Gretel, will help me cook.
Days went by, and Hansel outwitted the witch by showing her a bone instead of his finger when she checked if he was getting fatter.
Why aren't you getting plump? I can't wait any longer.
Finally, the witch decided to eat Hansel anyway.
Heat up the oven, girl.
But Gretel was clever. She pretended not to know how.
How do I do it? Can you show me?
Like this, you foolish girl.
Now!
Gretel gave the witch a big push, and the witch fell into the oven. Gretel slammed the door shut and freed Hansel from the cage. Hansel and Gretel searched the witch's house and found treasure hidden everywhere. They filled their pockets and set off for home.
We'll never be hungry again, Hansel.
Let's go home to father.
They followed the path out of the forest and soon found their way back to the cottage. Their stepmother was gone, and their father welcomed them with open arms.
My dear children, I thought I had lost you forever.
And with the treasure from the witch's house, Hansel, Gretel, and their father lived happily ever after, never to worry about food again.